Okay, we're live again. I gotta copy the stream. I gotta delete all this stuff here. Okay, I am live again. Delete this. Why can't you just delete stuff anymore? We are live again. Alright, good. Back again. There you go. No, this is the airplane. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to thing, the volume. We're gonna have to lower the volume. On like 10. It still might be loud. Pick your guy.
This is my dude, right?
I guess.
The guy who goes, oh!
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, that's my guy then.
Let's get started with our first puzzle. Player one, it's your turn. I'll spin!
RWK, what's up? I can't believe you streamed 4 hours tonight and I missed it. That's alright.
Key.
J-Mail, what's up, man? What's going on, guys? Oh. So I'm on the Switch. I had to overclock the Switch to get this game to work.
H.
So in RetroArch, you can overclock the Switch. And it says, warning, you could damage your Switch if you keep it overclocked. So if it breaks, it's because of Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Jamie, if I left it on the default clock, this game was stuttering and the audio was screwed up. The minute I overclocked it, it's beautiful.
Play it out. Hey.
All I do is when I'm done playing this game, I just go back and set it to the standard clock, and then I'm good. I know it sounds weird. It was like the big pixelated tree. I don't know.
In the middle.
But it's a what? N64? What?
He's talking about how the middle
Like to play it
looks
out.
like a tree.
I guess so.
Here we go.
Oh!
Aww.
Anything to play in one spot in the basement. Yeah, you know what, man? A hack Switch is like saving my ass down here. Like, I could play pretty much anything on it. And it's really cool.
Oh.
And you could just buy the controllers from Nintendo.
D.
I know what it is.
I'll spin.
What? It's a what? N64? So I'm on RetroArch, and there's an N64 emulator on here. So I have all the N64 ROMs on the SD card. So this game...
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
No, come on.
Here's our our next puzzle.
So you overclock it.
Player 2,
It makes the clock go
it's your
faster.
turn.
You're right. The tree is pixelated. Looks like crap. And the game works.
Alright.
You know, I'm glad I used this hack switch instead of buying like the analog mini NT or whatever. Because that thing was $500 and I was like this close to doing it. And I was like, oh, I forgot I have the switch that goes downstairs. I'll just hack it.
I'll spin.
I'll get some N64 controllers when they come back in the stock at Nintendo.
Key.
And then we'll have those. But yeah, I just buy the controllers, sync them to the Switch, and then we're playing whatever we want here. I don't have to do anything. And I have the emulators on the computer, but I have this connected to the Elgato so I can stream for you guys.
G.
What the? Just updated my Switch finally. Good. But you think N64 emulation wouldn't need overclock? The emulator that Nintendo uses is different from this one.
I'd like to buy it now.
They use like a low-end emulator, even though the games look really good on it.
I'd like to buy it now.
They use their own in-house emulator. Whereas this is using Mupen 64. It's a PC emulator.
W.
W.
I don't know what it is though.
What's N64? Yeah, it still doesn't run right on here.
Aww.
I don't think you guys remember when it was super hard to emulate Saturn and N64.
B.
Like, it was super hard back in the day. And back in the day, we're talking like 10 years ago.
B.
We have... something...
M.
We have met the... he... What?
I'd like to buy a valve. O.
What? You just updated
Oh,
the
come
Switch.
on. And I know the answer. I should have just solved it.
I gotta send you the new Game Boy Advance thing. They added Metroid Fusion to it. He is the enemy and he is...
We have met the enemy and he is us. I figured it out. I should have just hit solve. I'm gonna get some money.
Our third round is the jackpot round. Player 3, it's your turn.
I mean, Saturn mode made sense until someone cracked it. And someone else figured out the VCD add-on disabled anti-emulation piracy.
I'd like to buy a valve.
Yeah, but to emulate the Saturn, even like 5-6 years ago, was hard. You couldn't even really do it. So N64 was kind of that way for a while, a long while. N64, they built the emulator around each specific game. And then they finally, one day, they finally just hit it with this Mupen thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Mupen 64 has been around for a long time.
I'd like to
But
buy it now. E.
it's been a work in progress for years. You're talking like 20 years. Mupen 64 is on the OG Xbox.
H.
That's how long they've been This emulator's been around, and they've been improving it.
All set.
That's when Saturn was cracked. Figuring out this stuff makes it so much easier.
I'd like to buy it out. Hey,
I'm glad they cracked all those systems. Now you can play them in one spot.
I'd like to buy it out.
Ready?
Oh,
Anthony loves that. He makes fun of this guy.
T.
Don't just stand there.
Yeah, I know, but do I solve it or do I
Just solve
spin
it.
and try to get more money?
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Well, if you want the computer to win, spin. Don't just stud there.
Yeah.
Here's our next puzzle. Player 1, it's your turn.
Sega was so lazy. We're gonna add this anti-piracy weeks later. You wanna make it work with VCD? Nah.
T.
All set.
Yeah, but the emulators weren't because of that though. That was that actual hardware.
All right. I use my free spin.
What the hell did he say?
I'll use my free spin. I use my free spin and get to
Sorry,
lose
you
a
lost your
turn.
turn.
Wasn't it like the CD or something? That emulator thing? Didn't they like open source their Saturn emulator and right after that it came out?
Hey,
All of a sudden these emulators could run Saturn games. It was like SEEDI or something, CD. Something weird like that. I mean, certain emulators still don't work with certain games for Saturn. A majority of them do work though. On like Beetle, I use Beetle.
B.
Yeah, that was Dr. Professor Abrasive or whatever his name was. He was learning how to crack the hardware so you could run an SD card on it. He did the VCD thing, the port. He wants $250 for that thing. No way. Satiator. That's the name of it. The Satiator. He wasn't hacking it for emulation. He was hacking it for ROMs through the VCD port.
It's your turn.
I followed that guy on Twitter because I wanted to buy one of those things. But the guy took too long because then the Fenrir came out and then the mode came out. They beat him to the punch.
In.
Now there's a guy creating, like you plug in the action replay on the Saturn. There's a guy that made a cart where you just plug an SD card into it. You can run the games off that. You don't even need to mod it. But it's a work in progress because some of the ROMs don't work yet. Yeah, but he wasn't doing it to create an emulator. He was doing it to run ROMs from the VCD port on actual hardware. This satiator is only for like actual hardware and actual Saturn.
Oh man, I know the answer too. Well, I think I know.
He wasn't developing an emulator. He probably would have made the best emulator if he was. Let's be honest here. He had all the code. I'm waiting for that stupid Polymega still.
I'd like to buy it now. Hi.
They've had my money for like 3 years now.
I'll spin.
Freaking idiots.
G.
No.
Actually, I don't know the second word. Is it story?
Sega people helped Polymega with the code. Because Polymega rewrote their own Saturn emulator. That is true.
I'd like to talk
Adventure
about
Story. Instead of Adventure Time. Story? Yep, that was Polly. Oh, what the
You
hell?
are today's big winner. Let's play the bonus round. Here is the R, S, T, L, N, and E.
Alright.
Now give me 3 consonants and 1 vowel.
No. What is it, one tree?
Well, it's not a fig tree like I was gonna guess.
It's either one tree or big tree. It's not big tree. It's gotta be one.
Oh. Oak.
Oh.
Thanks for playing.
Damn it.
We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
It was like I didn't get that.
Shut up, man. Different background? Yeah. Today's
Let's get
episode of
started
One
with
Tree
our
Hill.
first puzzle. Player 1, it's your turn. Key.
Come on.
I'll spin. In.
Yeah, I remember WB. I remember that damn frog.
F. G.
I'd like to buy a vowel. O. I'd like to solve.
Well, there's Frank in the chat. I love the WB store in the 90s.
Alright.
Yeah, the Warner Brothers store was the place to be. They had the Disney store, it was smaller, but they had the Disney
I'd like
store.
to buy a vowel. E.
Warner Brothers store, though, we lived in that stupid store. We used to buy clothes there all the time.
M.
Oh!
Oh, I know what it is. Of course I realized it since hitting the wrong button.
When I'm looking down, I'm looking at
Go
the chat.
figure.
What?
I said go figure.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
You know what? The computer stole it. Something a bit different, but cool nostalgia.
Here's
How you
our
doing,
next
Chicken Stranger?
puzzle. Player 2,
It was just
it's
so
your
cool. They
turn.
had all the statues and
Okay.
stuff. Well, they played the trailer for Space Jam there. That's how I saw it.
Alright.
For the first time, I saw Space Jam playing in the trailer
I'll spin.
at the WB store. They had like this big screen.
T.
Oh. My
Like
mall
that
had
out.
Disney because of Orlando, yeah.
E.
We had the Disney
I'd like
store.
to buy it now.
Frank had one too.
Hey. I'd like to buy it now.
Ready?
Oh!
Aww.
You gotta clip that guy and just spam that button.
It's funny. Oh.
M. I'll spin. E.
I'm looking for that first letter. Something Berg.
I'll spin. D. I'd like to buy a vowel. U.
I was gonna say, is it something Massachusetts, but I don't know how to spell that, and I think it's got some of the letters
Like to buy a
already
vowel.
in there. I's the only vowel left.
I.
Oh, I know. Well, I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
I'd like to solve.
H.
Yeah.
S.
S. S. S. S. P. P.
Who could get that?
Obviously me.
Gatlinburg,
On the
Mississippi.
third round is the jackpot.
Remember, I
round.
lost my wallet. 8 or 9-year-old kid.
Player
This our
three,
people
it's
called my
your
dad,
turn.
and we went back. That's cool. At least I didn't rip you off.
R.
Yeah, I like the Disney store too. They used to sell the videotapes with the lithographs,
U.
and that's what got everybody to buy the damn tapes.
T. M. H.
Oh. In stores in the 90s gave half a shit. Today they would have been tossed. That's true. We live in a different time now.
I'll spin.
People are jerks.
In.
L.
So at WWF Survivor Series or WWE Survivor Series 2002, my friend and I, he put his camera underneath the seat that we were sitting in,
D.
and we forgot about it. We left the garden. And we got home like a half an hour later, and we realized he didn't have his camera. So we called the garden, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I'll go check for you." And he goes, "Nah, it's not there."
I'd like to buy a vowel. E.
It's like, dude, the camera was totally there. They just keep that shit.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Sweet and Field of Dreams.
I remember being terrified of gremlins as a kid. WB started them hanging
Here's our next puzzle.
from the ceiling.
Player one, it's your turn.
I love watching video game store videos from the 90s. It's a lot different from what it is now. You know, it was like a big deal when you went to a video game store. Not anymore.
T.
Got like that big feel. Like, kind of like when you used to go to like Toys R Us or something. Or KB Toys. It was like a big deal. Now it's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm here for games.
R.
Something it.
I'd like to buy a vowel. I. H.
Come on. That's 10 years mixed with GameStop being GameStop. Toy shopping sucks now. It's basically Walmart and Target. They don't have nearly as much. Yeah, I know. When you go to Target or Walmart, it's not like a big deal. As if you went to like Toys R Us or KB or... We had Child's World on Central Avenue back in the day.
G.
Nick with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Nick. How you doing, man?
L.
That's awesome, man. Thank you. How are you?
I'd like to buy it now. Hey,
What's this talk it?
hey, I'd like to buy it now. Oh,
Over.
I think
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
that if the experience was like if people wouldn't shop online as much. Yeah, I know.
Here's our next puzzle. Player 2, it's your turn.
You know what it is? The online shopping is just so convenient. Not all the time, but a lot of times it is. Let's say like 90% of the time.
Yeah,
And it's got the returns. You don't have to even see anybody. You don't have to deal with that crap. You just put it in the box and send it back. Or you bring it to UPS store and they just mail it back for you. Whereas if you go to a store, you know, you're going to return something. Oh, what happened? Ooh, what? Well, we might not take it back. Or there's an open box policy.
Okay.
Open box. What was it? Restocking fee or whatever. Amazon was smart, man. They were like, you know what? Just send it back. We don't even care. That killed a lot of retailers right there with that policy. Because if I buy like the graphics card, I was like, should I buy from Target? I'm sorry, should I buy from Amazon or Best Buy? If I buy it from Amazon, I can open it, and if it sucks, I can just send it back.
G.
If I buy from Best Buy, I have 14 days. And are they going to question me about the return? Are they going to give me a hard time because it's open? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I make purchases based on that. Even if I keep the item, I know that Amazon's got my back to an extent. I'm good, brother, says Nick. Well, thank you, Nick. I appreciate it, man. We're doing good here, too. Remember the little cards at Toys R Us for video games? Yes. The white and yellow cards. What's new, Pussycat? Well, there you go.
Here's our next puzzle.
You had to take those cards,
Player 3,
pay for the game, and then bring it to towards the back. You bring it to the worker. He would go back into the back room and get the game, and he'd hand it to you, and he would stamp the receipt to prove that you did pick it up. I remember that.
R.
beat somebody to the punch on Tekken 3 with that.
B.
I went to the mall in White Plains. I took the bus there.
Sorry, you lost your turn.
Got to the pavilion. Went to Toys R Us. It was in the basement. Ran over, got Tekken. There was one ticket left for Tekken 3. Paid for it.
G.
And there was a kid with his dad. He was trying to ask, like, "Do you guys have Tekken 3?" And like, you have to go to the game section and look for the ticket.
We're out of time.
And I already had the
So
damn
we have
ticket.
one
I was
last
ready to
game.
go. I had just made it, man. Where are we?
H.
I don't know why I would pick H, but I did.
Y.
Heartless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you had to do that. It was either they get the game and I had to wait like a month for Toys R Us to get a new copy in, or hey man, you snooze, you lose. Like me.
Yeah.
Well, we're in like sudden death.
Yeah, it's the final.
E.
Yeah.
George Foreman.
Giorgio Armani.
Oh. George Foreman.
Giorgio Armani.
I had to pick the correct thing.
E.
How is it not an E? How is you spell
Oh.
Giorgio? Is it an I? I thought it would be an E.
Well, there you go. When I was a kid, I was a kid.
Let's play the bonus round.
I wasn't that old
R, S,
when that
T,
happened.
L, N, and E.
Back then, games would actually sell out. Pre-order. There weren't pre-orders back then. A pre-order, you were invited to pre-order a game, like Mortal Kombat,
What is this?
Shelter.
There's no L though.
Okay, you got robbed again. Sweater. Look at that frame rate.
Thanks for playing. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
So pre-orders were like not really a thing. Toys R Us would mail me a postcard that had Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on it, and it would say, "Come put $5 or $10 down." I think it was $10 down back then. But I had to bring the card and show them. You couldn't just walk into Toys R Us and say, "I want to pre-order Mortal Kombat." You had to bring that card with you, and they would look at it, and they give you the pre-order. Then GameStop figured out how to make that like a source of revenue. And that's why pre-orders became like blowing up all over the place. You had to get an invitation for pre-order before limit. Yep. And N64 was the same way. You went there and you could pre-order the N64 within a certain time frame. So Toys R Us had trade-ins. You could trade in one console and 10 games and get $100 off. And I did this for Dreamcast and N64. For N64, it wasn't a console and 10 games. It was just 10 games. It could be mixed or matched between Super Nintendo and Genesis off of N64. For the Dreamcast, it was a console and 10 games. So there you go. And you were guaranteed the system, yes, absolutely. They would once they were sold out of orders, that was it. They didn't have any tickets left.
Let's get started with our first
Which was
puzzle.
way better than making people wait outside all fucking night, and then the next day you're like, we only got like 10 in. All 90 of you people can go home. I'm hitting the right button here. The ticket system is the best.
Key.
Yeah, Pokemon Stadium was one of the first games I pre-ordered.
Like to buy it now.
A.
Toys R Us members got the invite. I remember that. You're right. Oh shit.
Oh,
We fucking broke the Switch, everybody.
the Switch got overheated from all my winning.
Ah. It's not even that hot. Yeah, it is hot. Alright, we're gonna... It's funny though, just that program froze. The Switch is actually fine. Hold on, everyone. Yeah. I overclocked it till it froze. Let's put it back on the stock clock. There we go. Stock performance. Perfect. Okay, so I'll show you guys real quick. So here's what you do. You go to CPU overclock, and I did maximum. So I went back to current, so we're stock. Here's the stock performance. Excuse me. I wonder if we just go to boost. N64 console pre-orders. That's when I paid to belong to the store catalog. Power saving mode. Oh, you can downclock it. Look at this. So we're stock. So let's try to run Wheel of Fortune. I'll show you how bad it ran.
Let's get started with our first puzzle.
Hey,
Player one, it's your turn.
it's running normal now. That's weird.
Key.
We're not even overclocked. We're on the stock clock. Yo, before I overclocked it, this thing was running all stuttery and it wasn't like running at all. The music was slow. So I don't know what happened, but we overclocked it. Must have kicked it in the ass or something. It's Game Tech.
Harry.
Oh crap. We set it as a person. Oh, you don't want that person, right? You want this guy.
Yeah.
Let's get started with our first puzzle.
All right, Jamie, I'll take care, buddy.
Player
Catch you
one,
later.
It's your turn. P.
Oh,
I'll stand.
ow.
All right. I'll stand. In. I'd like to buy it out. Oh!
I'll stand. F. P. I'll stand.
Alright, so I know it. This lady's go bankrupt.
L.
I'll spin!
Do you know it?
Oh.
Paris, France.
P. I'd like to solve. Here's our next puzzle. Player two, it's your turn.
That's you.
I'll stand.
Oh, man.
All right.
P.
It's starting to get warm in here now.
H.
I'd like to buy it out.
E.
That's it.
L.
That's not what I wanted, but whatever. No! You son of a bitch.
W.
W. The something who lives.
In.
The son who lives out.
I'd like to buy it out.
Okay.
I'd like to buy it now. Hey,
The man who loves. A man who loves Batman?
B. Ball spin.
Oh, come on.
M. Ball spin. B. I'd like to buy it now. I.
The man who loves bat dancing? Or
E.
cat dancing?
I have no clue.
B.
Cat dancing. What the heck is cat dancing?
Our third round is the jackpot round.
Right.
Player 3, it's your turn. P. P.
I need solid.
H.
Oh, come on.
Ball spin. F. N. I'd like to buy it now. E. I'd like to buy it now. A.
Who?
Something in Treasure Island. Gilligan's.
Yeah.
L.
Yeah, because I remember this one.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Here's our next puzzle. Player 1, it's your turn. Sorry, you lost your turn.
R.
Anybody in the chat? Somebody type something.
Sorry, you lost your turn.
Oh, that's not me.
F. I'd like to buy it now. I.
Oh, okay. Frank is here. He's still here.
Buy it now. E.
Did you eat all your muffins today? I have one left.
D.
What muffins? What are you talking
Frank.
about?
F.
I'd like to buy it now. Hey! I'll spin.
I don't even know what the hell this thing is.
E.
I spent too much time shoveling to eat muffins, unfortunately. Shoveling? Why don't you guys just get a snowblower?
Sorry, you lost your turn.
Why are you guys doing that to yourself? Go ahead. Why are you abusing yourselves?
T.
Ow.
Why?
Oh, Rinky Dink.
I'd like to go.
Oh, come on, you stupid computer.
Here's our next puzzle. Player 2, it's your turn.
We have a plow guy, but he had to do the walkway and around the cars and stuff. I had to do around the walkway and cars and stuff.
R.
I'll spin.
Ugh. That sucks.
F. T.
I'll spin. N. E.
I still gotta cook dinner, man.
E.
I'll spin. L.
Oh, come on. What a joke.
How do we get hard puzzles all of a sudden?
P.
Putty.
M.
I guess the bee thinking it was a buddy, which obviously wasn't.
P.
Good.
Y.
Paddy wagon. Yeah, paddy wagon. P-A-D-D-Y wagon. She's so good.
Here's our next puzzle. Player 3, it's your turn. L.
Spring.
Hard. All spin. Yeah.
Rush hour traffic.
Good job, because I was like, rash. What could be with rash? Yeah.
You are today's big winner. Let's play the bonus
Oh,
round.
you're in trouble.
Here is the R, S, T, L, N, and E.
I keep getting all these letters and I still can't solve them.
Now give me 3 consonants and 1 vowel.
Something tree.
No, because there's no E.
I might buzz you. You better hurry up. Oh,
I don't even know what it is.
sand trap.
Okay, and I guessed the P and the D were because you told me to hurry up and I panicked.
Thanks for playing. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Well, that worked out nicely. I get $36,450.
38.
38, yeah. I really get on the show.
Now it's not overclocking anymore. See? See how slow it's going? The overclock wore out. Oops.
Let's get started with our first puzzle. Player 1, it's your turn. T.
There's always one T or no T.
I'll spin. H.
I'd like to buy it out.
E.
M. All spin.
Oh, spring. Aww.
Sorry, you lost your turn. I'll spin.
I like how Vanna got paid for this, but not Petsager.
She hosted all the games.
I'll spin. F.
He was in the Wii version, and that was it, I think. And it was only because he was a
I'd like
me.
to buy it out. Oh.
Oh, he's got big hair in real life.
G.
N.
Great.
All spin.
I was gonna guess
Sorry, you
children.
lost your
We're gonna
turn.
see if it fits.
I'd like like to buy it now. Hey!
Unless there's no R.
I'll spin. B.
Chicken fried steak.
D.
You stupid freaking computer. They're not supposed to solve puzzles, and it froze again. Oh, at least it froze and we got the puzzle. Well, I think we're gonna run because I gotta cook dinner. And it's almost 9 o'clock. It's 8. Oh wait, what? It is almost 9 o'clock. All right. Yeah, I gotta go cook. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Maybe I'll be back later, maybe not. Depends. I want to thank Nick for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it, buddy. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. I want to thank Anthony, RWK, Jamion, Frank, Nick, and I think that was it. So, thanks, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good one. And I'll catch you later. Peace.